a.m. And then we just start talking because we're all like female founders in the space and doing similar stuff in the virtual real estate and doing a lot of metaverse stuff. And I know that Mo has a community and you have like so many different people working on entirely different topics and you have that every single week, and I really respect that. That takes a lot of energy and community power to just, simply create all those space and all those events. And then for Kat, we actually met, I think I met you in the NFT day in Vancouver. And then afterwards we got introduced by another friend again. We had a call, and then I just know that Kat is also a metaverse architect, and she's actually building her own metaverse project right now. Besides that, I think Kat is also like working with Mona, which is another amazing metaverse. They're mainly for builders, and they have like really, I think they have really good renter policies currently in the market. And we also build something in Mona as well. So yeah, there's a lot of synergies here. And I'm so happy that all of you guys and all of us were basically, female in the metaverse real estate industry that get together and have this panel talk. And I'm sure that even though we don't have a lot of people in the current space, maybe a lot of them in like Germany. I know we have a lot of community members in Europe that is like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. for them too. It's kind of hard, but I'm glad that we have all those recordings and live streaming on YouTube so that they can see and understand what we're talking about. Yeah, so I saw Crystal is here. Let me just bring everybody close to us so it's easier for them. I'm sorry, I got a little bit cold recently.
Oh no. I know the weather, it's like pouring rain out right now here in Vancouver.
Like Vancouver is like impossible. Like I don't get it. Like in one day the temperature changed from like 75 to 44, and I think I caught cold that day.
Oh no. I'll have to fast.
Okay, I think I got everyone here. And Crystal? Crystal, or is Crystal from Lens? Can you hear us?
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi, welcome.
Hi,
Please take
how are
a
you
seat.
doing? Am I audible fine?
I think you just need to click on the C and then I think I can auto assign everyone, to be honest. C. Okay. Okay. Perfect. We're all sitting together.
What?
I guess that happens a lot.
Like,
Oh wow. That's a very warm introduction to each other.
One
I
of
like
the
it.
right, we'll have to do musical chairs in the metaverse, like icebreaker.
We will.
But yes, super excited to have everyone here for the first panel brought to you by the Raw DAO and the Dolphin Arc DAO. We appreciate you all for being here, being a part of this panel, taking the time, especially you, Krista. I know it's super early where you're at. So shout out to you for being here and looking good in your avatar. And also AK and everyone that's here with us as well, like Kat and Adelia for being here helping put this together with Jason and just the whole crew. So again, just really excited, and all of our viewers as well, because just like I was mentioning before, Crystal, I know you weren't here, but we are also streaming this live right now on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. So I did tweet that and tag you. So if you guys were to retweet that, all of your Twitter followers will be able to see this panel live as well. And Adelia, I 100% agree with you when it comes to knowing that we're early in these spaces, right? And being a pioneer, it's not going to always be a lot of people, but we have this content that we're going to have when they do come. And so I think that's why these panels are great opportunities for just us to come together, have these conversations, and just continue to spread that message. So again, just appreciate you guys for being in here and excited to dig in.
Yeah, totally. I just had an introduction with like basically how I met Mo and Kat, and it's basically we're all like metaverse architect or metaverse real estate somehow in a space, and we're all like female leaders. And I see Crystal is also female. Like, would you mind giving us like an introduction, Crystal? I don't think we have met before.
Hello, hi guys. First of all, thanks for having me. I mean, like, I checked out the space and it looks super cool. I must, like, comment this. Awesome. So I'll talk a bit more about myself. So my name is Akarsha. I'm the co-founder of Block OGs. That's a crypto marketing boutique, and that's how I'm associated with Lance. I lead their marketing efforts. And I've been in the Web3 space for quite some time now. I've been in the content space for quite some time now. And yeah, that's how I got lucky, and I'm over here. And
Nice. Where are you located? It's like super early for you right now, right?
oh yes, so I'm from India, and it's sort of like 4:30 a.m. for me. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
life.
Oh, thank you for the effort. This is like really
No,
early.
I'm like very happy to be over here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, my name is Adalia, and I'm the founder of Dolphin. So we're a metaverse architect community with over, I think now it's over 200 professional architects in the community, and we're trying to teleport from Web 2 to Web 3, and all of us are learning all those new techniques and how to create game-ready assets together. And we're here to just like spread of how we look and view of the metaverse real estate from a very early perspective. And I'm so happy to have Mo, founder of Raw DAO, and Kat, who's one of my favorites Web3 influencer in the space, and also a metaverse architect. So I'm very happy to have you guys here. And why don't you give us an introduction of yourselves?
Sure. Should I go first or?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Well, hey everyone. So I'm Kat. I guess my journey started in 2016 as like a crypto trader. While I was doing that, I was studying architecture at BCIT in Vancouver. Worked in the industry for a couple of years and was like, wow, like there are so many ways we can apply blockchain technology to architecture firms. Obviously, that was not well received at the time. So after 2 years, I made the jump to work into crypto and like the Web3 space full time at an NFT company. From there, I've now launched a couple NFT projects, and now I'm working on my own Metaverse Cemetery project. I'm also the architecture partnerships lead at Monaverse, which is another Metaverse company as well too. So there's my intro. If anyone wants to like learn more, feel free to like ask questions and whatnot. Happy to answer anything.
Yes, that's great. We definitely have questions. So you guys know I said I'm ready to dig in. And I'm Mo. I'm a goofball here in the metaverse, but also very excited about the business that it brings and being able to bring those two together. And I think that's exactly what the metaverse empowers us to do, especially when we talk about being able to transform anything. And so that's my niche. I transform physical to digital. I'm the founder of the Raw DAO, where we also bring others into the space to show them how they can transform physical to digital as well. And just like Adelia said, it really ranges from everything. You know, we have people that bring in their farm, their home garden, and, you know, or their crochet, or just any kind of gifts that you have. And show you how you can bring that into the space. And we really focus on businesses as well, because we understand that, you know, things are changing. And anytime you catch us, we, like I told you guys, we stream this on all of the social medias, and we're really trying to show people like, hey, this is happening, and you want to learn what's happening and be a part of what's happening, so that you are a part of this future and have a part of creating that, because it is a great opportunity. So, you know, we just try to be an adhesive network that brings everyone together with all of their tools to strengthen that adhesive network and continue to just build in the space. And, you know, that's how I'm always excited to continue to have these opportunities to actually do just that.
Well, yeah, that's actually very amazing. That I know Raw now, you guys have like almost 100 spaces that ready for rent, right? And then I think that itself is kind of like a lot of work.
Yes, yeah, and you know, it's because we always tell people it's just the proof of concepts. Because even though you guys see me, you know, there's two other members right here that now say Raw, right? We have Mr. Ola Shaney and AK, and both of them, in their own regard, do their own thing. Where AK focuses on music and has, I can't even spill the beans on what he has cooking up, but say, you know, he has 10 spaces under his umbrella, and that's music. And then Shaney has fashion, you know, it's physical and digital, and, you know, collaborating in athletic podcasts. And we really try to tap in again on all of the different things that you're doing and how you can create a space for everything like that. And again, that's how we're able to show people, you know, how you can come into the space and do whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's really nice, and also for I want Crystal to give us like more information about Lens, and I know that you guys sold out, right? Like the NFTs, and I think it's also like able to work on all different metaverses, and I'm personally very curious about how does that work for, like, if I own an NFT, how do I unlock all those different spaces in separate metaverses?
Sure. So I'll talk a bit more about lands. So at the moment we've sold out our Genesis collection. That's like the first 1,000 NFTs, and we still have a few more to go. So lands is basically a generative virtual real estate collection that's interoperable across many metaverse platforms. We have official partnerships with Spatial, the Sandbox, Superworld, Over the Reality, Loop Mogul, Worlds Beyond NFT, etc. I mean, like, what we're doing with the aim for our project, for our collection, is of course to solve the interoperability dilemma and bridge the interconnectivity between different virtual worlds by providing premium real estate assets that are packed with utility. Now, I mean, like, just think about it. The cost of building a real estate asset goes in the upwards of thousands of dollars, and that's just for one metaverse, right? I mean, like, but our NFT properties that start at, like, say, 0.4 ETH, that would be about $600, is interoperable across, like, major metaverse platforms. So at the moment, we are live on Spatial, we are deployed on Spatial, and how we will make this possible will be via our middleware. Now, our middleware is going to be like this revolutionary piece of technology that will allow you to manage all your assets. For example, say you have a Labs NFT, right? You can use the middleware. That's sort of a website where you'll be able to customize on the website itself, and then you'll have options to deploy it in all the partner metaverses that we partner with. So say you have one of our mansions, right? And you want to deploy it in Spatial. You can do it via the middleware. You can do directly in Spatial, or you can also deploy at the same time in different metaverses. So this is work in progress, and the middleware will be launching somewhere in December. with and that's when we'll start adding more metaverses to the life. Yeah.
So actually right now it's only on spatial, but you will be able to add more metaverses. But when you're saying like the middleware, is that something that so even if I'm building a for example, if I own a lens NFT and I can have it on spatial right now, no problem.
Right.
But if I want to put it on Decentraland, does that mean like I need to deploy it myself? Like, because I know we have done some Decentraland projects. It's basically ask for some TypeScript coding to be able to put a house on the Decentraland. So is that what the customer has to do themselves, or is that something that you integrate in the middleware? Like, how does that work?
Yes, so that's something that we will integrate in the middleware. All you have to do is just go to the website and click on deploy, and that's about it. If you own a plot of land, and like what the best part about lands is that you don't really need to own, say, metaverse or virtual land in order to deploy your magic. For example, say if you don't have land, right, you can still rent out the communal land that we go and acquire in different metaverses. So what we do is we are planning to launch a rental land program that will allow our holders to rent land from us and schedule sort of an event and deploy their assets over there. So it does not really matter if you have land or not. And all the integration will be taken care by us, and everything will be taken care by us in the back end. Yeah.
So basically, let's say if I rent this specific part of land, and then after my event, will you guys like centralize the management and take down the buildings that because after the renting time, will you guys take down the building for the next person to redeploy their building on top of it?
Right. So the plot, right? So there's a plot. Now you can deploy, say if you've decided that okay, on the 25th of December I want to throw a Christmas party and I want to rent the land from like, say 10 a.m. EST to 12 p.m. EST, right? So that's the time that you have to deploy your land. And once that's over, I mean of course you can take it down, and then if there's another person who wants to deploy their land, they can utilize it. So yeah, it totally depends. It totally depends from for the time that you want to deploy your land for. And yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, I see. I see. Because we also launched our Genesis NFT project, and for us, because we're also like doing a like kind of like testing the water, and it's also a metaverse, kind of like mentions all the mentions from different categories. And originally, we're thinking about the same problem of doing interoperability. And however, we just feel like there are too many metaverses and they have entirely different requirements, especially for like the central end. They need some coding, which is fine. But for like sandboxes, they actually require a registered partnership or like a registered architect certificate to be able to put anything on the sandbox. And also, once you put it on the marketplace, it's kind of like everybody can be able to purchase it. So, like, consider all those different metaverse requirements. We just did it in a way that, you know, we're just selling this game-ready asset, and you can do whatever you want. You can put it in any metaverse that you want. Let's say this current space that we're in right now is actually one of our NFT, and we just put the asset in here. And also, Mo has got a similar NFT in the same category for the raw DAO, and we actually showcased that house right inside of this, right inside of this plot in the second floor. So that's kind of like for us, what we're thinking is we cannot predict what other people are using our spaces for. Some people wanted to do like gaming. Some people wanted to design a film. Some people just want to put it into metaverse, and there's so many different metaverse. So for us, we select the way that's much like easier for us to just give the 30 assets to for any type of use you want. So I have been very curious about the way that you guys are doing it. So like bear with me if I have so many questions.
Yeah, and I think it's
No, it's
really.
okay. I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Crystal.
no, you can go ahead. Well,
Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think it's really interesting how it's like, we talk about digital real estate and how it's changing and how, we're all making all the rules. And the way that you guys have done it is like two different takes on it, where Crystal is more hands on and, actually really, like she said, helping with building it up, taking it down. And then, like you said, Adela, you guys are more like, here's just your file. You go ahead and do everything you have to do with it. And, and then it's cool because then you have people like me in the middle who, like you said, I rent out my spaces and I have these two different tiers where you can, get the space and then you can just use it however you like, or you can get the next tier and now that comes with some more services where you have me actually hands on. So it's funny that like, we can all see the direction that this is heading in, where you're going to have different consumers and buyers and what they're looking for and you being able to appease that. And that's really where my question came from when it comes to digital real estate, especially when you mentioning land selling out, is just how do you guys find your buyers and your customers in this area? Because when you start researching digital real estate, the first thing you hear is how volatile it is, because you don't know which metaverse is going to be here. So if you buy land, you have to really believe in that space. And so again, I know we've already acknowledged that, and that's why we focus on the asset and it being able to go into any of those. So that's not the concern there. But again, how do you educate your buyers on, hey, well, this is the asset that you need and this is where you can put it and this is the best space that you can put it and here's how we can, help you? And what have been some of the things that you've done to help grow that community around what you guys are building?
yes. I mean, like that's a great question, and I agree with you more. I mean, like, I would say this is the true ownership that Web3 space provides, wherein you can add in your own and you can decide and define the way you want to build your space, right? So that's why it's a great time to be in this space. So yeah, coming to your question, I feel for us, I feel the thing that worked for us was sort of building this connection with our community. I mean, we take out the time to answer. Say, we've had like buyers come to us and ask like 15 questions, and we took out the time to explain every single asset. And that's something that we do with our marketing as well, wherein we focus a lot on content. We focus a lot on building this relationship with our consumers. Because see, I mean, like we have to pay our assets start at 0.4 ETH, and that's like about $600, and they go in the upwards, or like the museum start at 0.6 ETH, and their headquarters start at 1 ETH. So I wouldn't say it's like very cheap, right? It is expensive, and you would want to think before you put that money in. So the best way to go about this is to educate and to add in more utilities. Now, this is something that we're building right now, right? So, of course, people might be like, okay, maybe not, maybe I want to just check it out for myself. And that's why we have these dummy assets deployed in different metaverses. And like if you go to our Decentraland district, you'll be able to check out a few of our mansions. You can go and see how they look. You can see what are utilities and use cases we are showcasing. And that's how we were able to sort of tap into this community, and sort of get those buyers by adding utilities, by building this connection, by answering all the questions that they have, because they have a lot, right? So yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Yes, great answer. Thank you for that. And so I will guess my next question to follow that would be, so has Decentraland been where you found the biggest community? And I guess that would make sense because, they were the first ones and all about that land and, people owning it and renting it and using it for different things. And I also like how they have like kind of like an open floor plan where, like you said, you can have your mansion up and everyone can just be kind of walking down the street and run into it and see it, whereas spatial, you kind of have to end up finding that portal somehow, or now we even have the explore page, was actually a lot more helpful for that kind of discovery. But with that is just, again, did you find, the most people that are interested in real estate and using this space for those kind of things as well in Decentraland, or any other kind of metaverses, or even Twitter? If you ask somebody about where do you find the NFT community, they'll tell you Twitter. Is that where you found them as well, like hashtag DCL, or
I like, for us, I would say it's a mix of a lot of metaverses, and like we have members from like all these newer metaverses that are coming up, and they're like, okay, when is this partnership coming up? When are we having like an official partnership with, say, other side or something like that, right? So I would say for us it's a mix of, say, spatial, the sandbox. We have Worlds Beyond NFT, that's like a great metaverse as well, upcoming metaverse. So yeah, I would say it is a mix, not just Decentraland, but a mix of all of these metaverses.
Nice, that's awesome.
I'm sorry, I have to say something really interesting here, because I just heard last week or the week before that Decentraland claimed that they have someone said Decentraland only have 30 users per day, which is totally wrong, and they claim that their valuation is 1.6 billion. And then my friend did a math. It's like the CEO said the real users per day is actually 600 something, and the total valuation is like 1.6 billion dollars. And they did the calculation, basically saying that each users will contribute $12 million per day to Decentraland, and I'm just grinding here, trying so hard to make that $12 million to be able to contribute to it. This is just a joke. I'm like, yeah, but totally the metaverse in the future. I believe in the future we're gonna at least getting closer to the gaming level, that we can have more flexibilities and do whatever we want. Having an easier way of just interoperability and connect them all together will be more important in that case.
Yeah, exactly, and it's so interesting to see the use cases from the community. I mean, we have a project called Quit Bitching and NFT, that they are using one of our mansions to launch their collection in, and they're going to be having a launch party soon. Similarly, we have individual artists using the museums to showcase their products and services. We have, say, projects taking up our headquarters and building on top of it. We have several customization requests that come in. That's the interesting part, when a community defines their own use cases, and sometimes it might be something very new. It might be something that you didn't think of, right? So it's really interesting to be a part. I mean, definitely the space, the bear market, it has been a bit dry, if I could use that word, for lack of a better word. But yeah, I still see that, we still have a lot of interest, and builders keep building, right? So yeah, that's the case.
That's exactly the reason why we're still here and talk about it, right? Because the no matter how good or bad the market is, the builders have to build to keep the communities going up.
Yeah, especially because we know that the future is going to come, and you don't want to be building when the present is upon us. It's one of the things I've been really talking with our team about recently, which is Black Friday is coming up. All of the holidays are coming up. Meta just dropped a new VR set. We've seen all the signs. We know that this is where people are going to be heading. So I always look at us just always as again, those ones that are paving that way and going to be ready for when they actually come into the space, and we'll have everything ready for that moment. We'll have the mansions, we'll have all the cars, we'll have the spaces, because we know what it's like when you first get started, and you don't know how to go and build this amazing mansion, but you want a mansion because you want to have a party for your birthday, that's today, or whatever you may be wanting to use it for. So it's definitely interesting to see all the use cases coming to light.
Yeah, totally. And also speaking of that, like I feel myself, I feel like it's very hard for a lot of people to understand why they want to buy invention, why the importance of real estate in the virtual world. And I wanted to ask Kat this question because you're in the you're kind of like a Web3 influencer, and you have been trying to educate a lot of people from Web2, and I have also done a lot of like things similar. But I just like this is a question for everyone, specifically, and also especially for Kat, because I just want to know like how difficult it is, and what is the main barrier here that like stopping people to like understand, and what is the main challenge to help people like understand and get into the space.
Yeah, so I think, oh, can you hear me? I've been like muting and unmuting myself, so I think, okay,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I think when we explain and educate people, we definitely need to explain it in a way that resonates with them and not get too technical, because I know sometimes when you've been in this space for a while, we start using terminology that they don't understand, and that can be daunting. And I don't personally read all the crypto news because sometimes it can be quite negative, whereas like they're seeing it on a regular basis and they already have this negative perception. So like I guess for example, I will like explain the projects I'm building to them, because my personal projects that I build, I try to add a layer of I guess ease of understanding. So for instance, like my metaverse cemetery that I'm building right now, I have an amazing team of like 9 or 10 people on that. But I try to first say like, okay, so with this metaverse cemetery, like I'm trying to solve two problems. One problem is land is expensive in real life. So this is how it can make things a little bit better in the virtual world. Like anyone from all over the world can come to this metaverse cemetery. Second, like you can also customize your memorial space, which makes it more personal than, maybe perhaps going in a plot of land that not everybody can always like access, especially with like, the pandemic that's gone on. And then two, I'd say, okay, so how do I portray blockchain technology in a way that's easy for them to understand? So I give another problem, like, okay, so we have photo albums that are now slowly becoming obsolete. All our photos, our images, our videos are now on the drive, or perhaps they're on our iPhones, which are stored, in this magical cloud, right? And images on the drive as well too. And let's say, for instance, like those images then do not become your own. Like if they start adding subscription services, or if they go down, your images are lost. However, if you integrate these personal experiences and data on the blockchain, it's permanent and you own it. So I try to like explain things to people in a way that they can like understand. And so a reason why I'm building a cemetery is I think a lot of people understand, everyone has to die someday, right? So a lot of people understand, and not just in the Web3 world, but in the Web2 and the Web1, and like everyone in the world, everyone understands that concept. So when you say cemetery, it's very easy for them to understand what that concept is. And then I kind of like slowly start integrating the technology and like relating it to ways in which they can just like relate to, and then also have that like emotional connection. So I think just if we can like find ways to like explain it to people that it's just a bit more understandable, then I think like it really helps people understand, and it really helps people get on board with the technology, rather than throwing all these terms at them and being like, this is the future and this is the technology that we're going to use and it's very beneficial, and then throwing all these terms that they don't understand, and that may be scary, especially in a bear market when like the market's tanking and going down a little bit. They're already quite skeptical. So that's kind of one way that I like to explain it. I just got back from Chicago as well too. I did a workshop for actually some of the best architects. I did a workshop for them on how to build metaverse spaces, and I also spoke on a panel, and a lot of the architects were a bit older and they're quite skeptical of it. And so you kind of think of like your approach and like, how do I explain this to people who are already skeptical about it, right? And I think like instead of throwing terminology and hey, this is what you can do in Monaverse or Spatial or Decentraland, you have to inspire them. So I kind of just like talked about my journey, how it's kind of like transformed my life, and how it's just made my process, my workflow, my collaborations a lot easier. And I think when they hear that, they then get inspired, and they then think, hey, you know what, I want to be a part of that. So I think it's just maybe like the way in which we deliver this information to them. So hopefully that answered everything.
I mean, I totally agree with that. In the way we explain and the way we, so I mean, like, you can always have these jargons, bouncing around, but like, would it matter? At the end of the day, that's how we also built our community, where we went and took the time out and took the effort to explain what we're doing and answer every single question. So yeah, totally agree with you, Kat.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I think in the end it actually goes down to like personal. You have to tell a real story with like how did you actually get through everything and to become who you are right now, for other people to see a possibility, to see a way of getting through. Like if there's no example, it's hard to be the first person to eat crab, right? So I feel like, yeah, that's kind of like always get down to personal in the end. And for a lot of my architects that in the Dolphin DAO, they're always questioning me like, why, like, do we, like, is there any people really buying from like the virtual real estate? And I wish they can see our customers, they can see Lens customers, they can see Cat, and then they can understand how it's actually working. It's just starting, but it doesn't mean that it's not gonna work. And I feel like the most issue is that most people on Twitter or on Discord, they understand the concept of buying a JPEG, buying a animal PFP as an NFT. They understand it really well, but like when it goes to like a real 3D asset or like a gaming asset, to buy that as an NFT, it's kind of like stuck in their mind. They're like, oh, it's not gonna work. But I actually, myself, I don't understand, because you're actually buying something more valuable, with not like that crazy price and also more utilities in the future. But I could be wrong, like, I wonder what you guys think about this thoughts, this type of like attitude, especially on Twitter. I see this too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of like what Kat was saying, where, you have to attract people first and get them there, and those are the things that are going to be catchy and, attract the masses and get a bunch of people to go and make wallets and get crypto and understand at least the concept, right? And then you come in, because, like she said, if you try to just start, throwing out utility, I mean, like you said, to us it makes sense. It's a receipt, it's a, it unlocks token gated spaces, and it does have a utility. That's the purpose of an NFT. And even when I tell people about NFTs, I'm like, anything can be an NFT. Like, real land will be a NFT one day. So thinking of virtual land as the NFT, it's any kind of transaction, that's how people can transact peer to peer. And although people don't realize that's what they're kind of doing, it's just a way to get them used to it. Just like you said, like a cemetery to bring the concept. Or like me myself, when I first came into NFTs, I used digital fashion, because again, it was one of those things, like she said, everyone has to die, but everyone also has to wear clothes. Even if you come into the digital space, the first thing you want to do is deck out your avatar, and you understand why that has utility and how things are transforming, and in that kind of way. So, but in that sense as well, I did want to bring up a point when you mentioned the cemetery, because when we had the Twitter space earlier this week, and we were actually talking about digital real estate and this panel and kind of getting hyped up, Adelia, it was interesting because you said when you first got into the metaverse, that's what you were kind of thinking of, that show Upload, and how when you die, that would be a way that you can connect with people more, and you have these spaces for that. And it's interesting because when I was looking up the answer for question number 1 for the scavenger hunt, which everyone should make sure you do, a lot of the big architects and buildings that humans built were tombs. It was just for that afterlife. So again, although at first it might sound strange when you think about history and what has really withstood that time, it's those kind of things, and that's why I thought it was really interesting take for this conversation to be kind of focused on, because you might not think about it, but it is.
It is so fun. I don't know why, but you remind me of the coffin dance. Coffin dance. You know that was minted as an NFT and sold for like over $1 million. The coffin dance meme. You know that meme?
No, I don't know that meme.
Yeah. You don't know that meme? No way.
Is it like a little skeleton dancing? That's what I keep thinking of.
No. The coffin dance. Basically, like, I think it's on TikTok that it was like a lot of people do something really unacceptable, or like will get them into like the tube, and then like the people.
Oh, I think
like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the coffin dance, and that was minted as an NFT and sold for over $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the first like real coffin NFTs, you know. And then what I was talking about in a panel last week is that when I was explaining my idea of the metaverse, I was telling my coworkers, which is in Web 2 and is a software engineer, I was telling them that it's kind of like a concept where if you die, ideally, if you die in the future, you can upload your consciousness into digital world and become a digital immortality. And then the house is kind of like where you can live and where you can, like, you know, gather together with all your families, your friends, or whatever in the digital world. And then another girl coming to the conversation, she's like, oh, what are you guys talking about? And then there's people who listen to me and trying to tell her what I'm talking about. He told her that, oh, she's talking about, you know, actually creating those houses for your soul, you know, houses for your soul. And then the girl think about it, very, very confused, and she said, isn't that sounds like a tomb? Like, it sounds like a tomb for her. And I was just laughing really loud because I was making fun of the sentence. And then when Kat, when you were mentioning about like the metaverse ceremony, I was actually a cemetery. I was actually remember seeing a video saying that, you know, actually nobody talks about this. The cemeteries in a lot of Asian countries, even American countries, are really expensive for individuals' families, and some people cannot even afford it. And a lot of them are saying, hey, you know, you should go to Dubai because Dubai is the best place. Once like anybody dies, they're gonna the government's gonna clean the road, and the government's gonna make a tent for all the families of this people to gather together, and then, you know, like send them away, and then like you don't have to pay for anything, and it's totally free. And then like it's only for like Dubai citizens, I think. So a lot of people are commenting saying, hey, like, when can we have this type of services? I think that's a good marketing point for you, Kat. Just tell them,
Yeah,
you know, like, if you cannot be a Dubai citizen, come to mine.
Totally. Maybe we need to like join forces and do like a collaboration or something.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna do this. Do like a Dubai. We can create them like a Dubai version of Metaverse Cemetery.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
amazing to see how ideas come up and how all of us are so willing to collaborate. It's just so interesting. I mean, like, never happens anywhere else, right?
Yeah, I think that's a great thing about Web3. Like, that's so important. It's like we can all come together and like we're from all over, you know, different parts of the world, and here we are gathered in a metaverse space talking about big ideas, like wanting to support each other, work together. Like, I think that's what it's all about, like supporting each other and not being like, oh, like I came up with that idea, like, you know, like just not be like supporting each other, uplifting each other's work, and like wanting everyone to succeed. That's what I love about the space.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think
we're so early into this. So it's kind of like very hard to compete with anyone because there's no actually, you know, it's like the whole, we haven't even get the market yet. There's no point of competing. We have to like somehow work together to, you know, raise the awareness of the market and raise the awareness of the people about metaverse architecture. And so like we created we create like 1,000 editions of all of our NFTs are kind of like one of ones, and we sell it for like really cheap prices. I think the first stage we're selling for like point 0.1, and the second stage probably like be about point 0.2, which is like super cheap if you're thinking about you actually finding an in real life senior designer or like maybe award winning like really good designer to design something for you. It's like way more, like tens of 100 times of that price. So I think like like a lot of people are doing amazing jobs right now in the real world, but they willing to support and they're willing to help all those like new Web3 industries and new companies to grow, to thrive their way. That's something really beautiful. And that's what we're doing right now, right here.
Yeah. No, thank you for putting this together. I'm really glad that we all got to connect here in this space. So big snaps.
I see who put this photo here, the confidence on that. Okay. Let me just give like a brief introduction of how we set up this whole space. So right now, if you look around on the second floor, you can see there are 3 different videos. Those videos are actually the NFTs that we have already sold. Part of them that we have already sold, and those are all like from different categories. The one to the right or in front of me, this one is called the Water Mansion. And the one to the left of my avatar, this is the wood one, the Wood Mansion. And the one behind us is the Earth Mansion. And the one that we're in is called the Metal Mansion. So those are like very different categories. And we have fires that we hasn't put in yet. And this is the second floor, and later on I'll lead you guys to the first floor. And the first floor we have like a DJ section that we can all dance together later. And besides that, we have 3 pods. So the 3 pods gonna look the same as the floating 3 pods that are moving on this current floor that we're in. However, in the lower floor, the 3 pods are actually stable and they're static, they're not moving, and each of the pods separately means they're in real life architecture, metaverse architecture with futuristic designs, and also what we are right now, which is basically transforming from the Web 2 to Web 3. And in the transforming part, we actually put in the raw doll metal space that Mo purchased from us. And it's a really beautiful, like a pink, nice looking one. And also I put the portal there, so you guys can, like check out her space. And I think Mo, we're thinking about like hosting another event at your space next month. And also we have the scavenger hunt. We have 3 questions. And for all those 3 questions, the answers are separately in those 3 different pods. You have to look for it, but I will give you a hint. They're all in the pictures. So definitely looking for the answers, and remember to fill in the answers in the Google form that we sent a link right down below the scavenger hunt. And I'm gonna go to the first floor, and I'm gonna bring all of you guys with me so you can know where the scavenger hunt and where the links are.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah, if anyone have any questions, feel free to ask all of our speakers here.
I just got here, so literally I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I don't know who's talking, but we cannot hear you clearly. You're breaking out. Okay,
I heard something about DJ. What's that about that? You hear me?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I heard something about
DJ?
DJ. DJ when you were talking. What's the role in that? Mention DJ.
What's the role of the metaverse DJ?
DJ. You said something about DJ. Did you?
Hey, where are we dancing? Where's this DJ set?
Oh, the DJ set. The DJ set's right next to your right. You see this whole area? That's a DJ
Oh,
set.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I
also
love
in
it.
front of us, you see the scavenger hunt starts here. So you can see there are two links. One link to the left is the scavenger hunt where you should put all the answers inside. And the link to the right is the link where you can claim a PO-app of this event. And we're going to select 3 of the lucky participants to give them free NFTs from. So that's about it, and everybody go check out all those different pods and find the answers. It's gonna be super fun. And thanks so much for Mo to co-host this space with me, and thanks so much for Crystal and Kat to join our panel discussion, and for all the other speakers here, thanks for coming, and feel free to ask any questions, and you can walk to each other and talk, and this is like pure networking and dancing party after this.
Oh, that's amazing, you know?
No, it's super
Thank
cool.
you so
It's
much
actually-
for having me. Thank you so
How
much
can
for
we all-
having me, Mo and Adele.
What's the
Yeah.
easiest way to connect with everyone?
I think we can just like follow each
Hola.
other on here, and
Hola.
then like you can have like your
Hola, Shani. Are you Nigerian, mate?
Mo, if you are available, we can start a DJ.
Okay, perfect. And then also while I'm getting the music going, guys, you definitely want to fill out that scavenger hunt because as you said, we have some NFTs, but these NFTs have some really cool utilities. Like the one from the Dolphin arc, you'll get your baby dolphin, and the one from the Raw network will actually unlock some of our token gated spaces that we have here in Spatial. And one of those spaces will be one of our studios where we'll do a exclusive spotlight for all of our winners on our Metacast. Because like I told all of you guys in the beginning, we are still live on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So hello everyone that's watching or rewatching this. And we want to spotlight those and show people again how we can add those different utilities. So make sure you do the scavenger hunt because I can't wait to talk to the winners at our Metacast.
And also, Kat, if anyone wants to like just connect with each other, you know, like this is a fell out. Basically, if you walk close to each one, you can talk to them. And here, this is sticky notes. You can like put the sticky notes anywhere, and then write all the information you want. Yeah, so like I guess we just start this going around and start dancing.
Yes, I'm gonna play the music and make sure you guys check out the Raw Dolphin or the Raw Meadow Mansion too in that portal. It is so nice. I can't wait for you guys to come back next month and see it decorated.
Yeah, and then Crystal, can you hear me? I think I'm right next to you right now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Crystal, I wanted to talk to you about like the marketing and how did you do with like the lens, and I heard that you are actually doing like a marketing company. Yeah, what is the best way to like add your contact?
I mean, for lamps, I mean, like, you can always shoot a message on Twitter. I mean, like, we'll be the first ones to reply, never worry about that. And for us marketing, I mean, like, we can connect on mail or something like that. I mean, like anyway, so, we're fine. We're open with it, not a problem. However, it's comfortable.
Do you use Twitter though? Like, I can give you a follow on Twitter.
Sure. I'll share my handle.
Yeah, what's your Twitter handle? I can just
Uh, it's called Christy Web3. Probably. I think I'll probably DM you on Twitter. That works.
okay. Mine's Adelia.
Oh no, you stay no Joe. I don't need to laugh anyway. Did you do your own research? Teacher. Hey, Mr. Preacher, here comes a new feature. We will validate credentials, get the picture. To all my B2Bs, we're all special creatures. No, knowledge is the power. Sour lips, we try to devour. They are lying on the tech. I be dropping bags on a nightly. Now we blasting off in the sky rising. No radios, no Verizon. I went ghost like the Mayans. I survived it. Even added to my bags when I kept on lying. Look up in the sky now, whole crew ghostly. My light bulb full and I'm living real cozy. Cups in the sky, somebody toast me. I be on my way now. I done shopping, spaceship on my yacht. I done hopping, helipad on my boat, but I'm bags dropping. Cruising, I done hopping. I got hits on top of hits like MLB. Do it major league, all about my green. Dollar bill, what I'm killing. My crypto bags, yeah, I keep filling. My coins keep spilling. I'm either in a rocket or a yacht, just chilling. Sticking hella bags and they keep refilling. My shoes worth a Bitcoin, get time worth my shit coin. Call me Mario Bros, I be getting Bitcoin. Small coins, all coins, treasure in the sand. I got island stashes, yachts pulling up, bout to have some island bashes. We the ones that made it, hold us strong with the passion. Now we island laughing, I be on my way now. Island shopping, spaceship on my yacht, island hopping. Helipad on my boat, but I'm back dropping. Cruising, island hopping.
It's just gonna be on those photos. I'm sorry, Mo. You can't like. I'm just like telling each other about the scavenger hunt answers.
Oh yes, no, that's good. I'm still streaming, so I was just about to go and walk into these to show. So that's cool if you want to talk about. Yeah, see who can find the answers. One of the really cool things that we did is for the answer for question number 1, when we get over into that space, if you guys go to the raw mansion, I actually made a skybox for where I think I mentioned that earlier, for where the first architecture made by humans is. And it's really cool because it's like, I felt like it was like a school trip, like, okay, well, let's go visit it, and like we're in the metaverse, and now we actually all get to go there, or how we're seeing these 3D mansions, in another way. So cool.
Yeah, this is the mission that Mo got from our NFT collection. Look at this.
Yeah, and just like she said, it's the same exact mansion, but you guys see ours is pretty different. And it's cool. We bought another NFT that looks like the clouds, so it's in the clouds. It's a whole vibe. You guys got to come by next month to see it all decked out for our next panel.
Yeah, and here I've also put like the portal here. If you click on the little portal on the top, you can actually jump into your mansion to have like a preview. Do we actually have like a portal to come back though?
Oh, you know what? I meant to put it in there, and I can put it in there if we all hop over there. Or I'll hop over there, and anybody that wants to come, feel free, and then I'll add a portal to come back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Yeah, oh, nice. We're here.
Woo.
Give it like.
Yes, make sure you like the space. If you've never been to a Raw event, this is a taste of how it goes down. Scavenger hunts, awesome people talking about awesome things.
Oh,
Wow,
I
this
really,
is super cool. Oh my god.
yeah, I
This
really
looks so
love
cool.
the, how do you say that? The there's. Oh, we can't look at it. We're running here.
I know. I thought how it looked reflective was so cool too. Like that's kind of one of my favorite things is like a little reflective accessory. So I was like, man, this is a cool touch for sure.
Yeah, I guess you can put a lot of like assets in it as well. So currently it doesn't have like furnitures, but I think a lot of our space don't have furnitures because we want people to just decorate and display their NFTs as they like.
Oh yeah, no, wait until you see it next month. It's gonna be decked out with furniture for sure. At first I was gonna do it before today, but I'm like, no, we're gonna suspense and give them something good next month.
Give a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see Dab Text feeling
That'd be
it.
awesome.
Appreciate
Pretty
it.
excited, Mo.
Yay! I'm excited too. And as you guys can see, this is the skybox I was talking about. So if you kind of walk over to the edge, you look over there, out yonder, that is the very first building ever put together by humans. Like, look at the first creation we put together. Not the white dome, but the thing under it. And it's
I'm trying to check it from the second floor.
right. Oh yeah, you get a nice view if you go from the roof. At first, I was gonna make everyone come from up there, but I was like, nah.
Wait, how do you get to the roof?
Let me.
Or like the roof?
Yeah, all the way at the very top. Yeah, you just kind of like keep like turning your camera like
Can you
upward.
bring all of us there?
Yeah, sure. Let me see.
Zoom out. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Nice. Oh,
Yes.
this is so nice.
Right? If AK was in here, he was one of the first
it's
ones.
super-
Right. He goes to the roof of like
Oh,
every
it's
place.
super
It takes it to like a whole nother level. Like dang.
Oh, the roof is so nice.
Right?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this is really,
This is
really
so
dope.
cool. Wow.
A little hint for your
Awesome.
clue. This is in Turkey. So we've now traveled to Turkey.
So I guess we have the
I wish, I wish they can have like something like this building in Turkey.
Yeah, it is, right?
Ooh. Yeah, I wish the staircase can work. It's so. I guess the clash is the clutters.
Yeah.
Ask Jason. Ask Jason for that.
Oh yes, Jason, my man. You see, I hope you're taking notes. I got questions.
Oh yeah, just a tip for everyone. You can actually use the film mode in spatial to be a creature that can fly, so you can defy all the gravity. don't need stairs.
Ooh.
Against Sir Isaac
Can
Newton.
you explain that again? Can you say that again, please?
Yeah, so you're using the web end or on your computer. There is this film tool that's looks like a camera icon on the upper right side of the screen. And if you click on it, there are three options. There's take a photo and then record a video. And the last one is filming mode. You can select the filming mode and then your avatar will disappear. You can use the WASD to move around and then Q to descend and E to ascend. So now you will be able to freely roam around any environment and buildings without having to walk up the stairs or take an elevator. Oh, I see it. Someone is already doing it. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh
Yeah, it's
wow!
super
I just tried it out. It's amazing.
And also, I was like at the edge of this building. I was looking. It feels like this is like it looks like we're aliens in this Earth that we just fly our spaceship
Right?
all the way to
I agree.
Wait, how do you float in them?
I don't know. I didn't mean to float.
Why are you floating?
That's what happens when you get
Oh,
too
no.
close to the edge. But no, it definitely does,
funny.
you know. So
This is so cool. I gotta do like a Jason. We're gonna do the warrior house and the firehouse. The firehouse gonna look so fucking cool. So cool.
Oh yeah. We need those flames
Wow,
and those water and the waves.
Yeah, and also it's in the middle of like the mountain, the ice mountain, right? So, thing. I want it.
And Sally, do you have these other mansions deployed elsewhere, like the firehouse and the other ones?
Yeah, we have the water house deployed in the metaverse. I can send you a link. I didn't see your like. I didn't see your yeah. Wait. Oh, I need to find you on like.
Okay, I'll just follow it up. I'll just find you and follow you back. 1 second.
And I'll send you like link to all the other spaces.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to check them out.
Yeah, definitely get an NFT and then upgrade to your own base. That's so cool.
yeah, I was so amazed.
Or maybe Lens, you know. Maybe Lens get into like hit the like the 8 new things. You can just help you build.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, we're always looking for, the partnerships.
Yeah.
I texted you on the Dolphin Art Twitter handle.
Okay.
Is that the one?
Yeah. I see you. Okay, let me send you two different. The first link will be the earth. The second link will be the water. And you already have the meadow space, so got it off. Alright, Moshe,
I'll
I wanna go
definitely
back
check
to
them out
the-
later.
Sorry?
No, I was just saying that I'll check them out later, yeah. I'll definitely check them out.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Moshe, we actually go to party. Go back to party.
Yeah, we definitely can. If anybody still has to do the scavenger hunt, I'll keep the music going, and then anybody can complete the scavenger hunt. Otherwise, I think that was a great panel as well, and I think that was a really great time.
Yeah. I think I still have some like scavenger hunt answers in that space that people can find out.
Yes, let's go. Okay, so I put the
I actually landed on the staircase. Yeah, that's the way you get on the staircase.
Oh, I haven't been able to figure out how to get down smoothly. So let me see. I've got the portal here, and then I can also bring everyone. Oh yeah, cool. I see a lot of people back in the space, or are still in that space, probably. Okay.
But how do we go back?
Okay, let me bring everyone to
Wait,
me.
did you put a portal somewhere?
I did. I'm about to bring everyone right here to me where I have it.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's such a great tool. Oh, let's do it. Okay. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Scavenger hunt starts there. There's a Adelia about to catch the prey.
Hello, hello. Welcome back.
Yay, and we back. Woohoo!
I see a lot of new people just join. Hello, welcome. We just had a discussion, but we're still here, so if you got questions, and also remember to follow Raw Dow on Twitter, Instagram. They're live streaming everything.
Yes, and you know what? We usually play these replays too, so I'll probably end up playing these replays in my space later, like this week and stuff, so that anybody can always like catch these replays. Like I said, we repurpose this content and plan to repurpose it forever. I love this little ramp. Wow, this made me love ramps way more than I love stairs in the metaverse.
We're gonna put some music here.
Okay, perfect.
By the way, I think we should save the space for at least a week for people to figure out the scavenger hunt and the collab and stuff.
Yes, I love that idea as well. So then that way, because like I said, I'll play the replays, you know, and just keep promoting that on Twitter and stuff, because it's pretty easy. People can watch the replay and then come into the space and do the scavenger hunt. You could promote it a bit.
Yeah.
You can leave a link in here with the replay, like, hey, watch the replay, follow everyone.
Yeah.
Leave portals, because Lands has a you know, nice space here as well. So you can leave portals for everyone. And does Kat have some spaces here in Spatial? I didn't even get to ask. She's still here.
And we can hop in to some of our properties.
Yeah. You just put the sticky notes here and then just add a little here. Easy.
Okay, I'm sorry. You guys have that spatial audio. I think I missed you when I had walked away. Did you say we were going to a different portal, or were we playing music?
We can play some music and maybe make the volume lower, because Squirtle was suggesting that we can just put a portal here and then go to the lens and empty space to see what their view looks like.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Keep the music playing here.
Okay, I don't know if it will stay playing if I leave. I think it leaves every time I leave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just jump in.
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't know, but I am not able to get the option to put up that sticky note. So I've shared the link with you and Dahlia over Twitter. So if you
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Jason still here? Wait, Jason, I sent you the link. Maybe you can put the portal here.
Oh wait, let me see. I think I can add a portal. Let me see. I think it's just called lands, right? Let me see lands.
Okay, I can add a portal. Titles, lands. There's a one here. Okay, okay. I got it.
So, there we go.
Awesome, let's go.
Let's do it. And all of our viewers, you see how we get down in the metaverse? Portal hopping is the best way to do it. You see, we've been to Turkey to see MySpace. We've seen Adelia and the
This
Metal
turns
Mansion.
into.
Oh.
I like it.
This is cool. I wonder where this skybox is. I was just over here narrating the podcast. Like, we've been all over and we've seen three different people's spaces. I love a good portal hopping session.
Yeah, I like it too.
Oh, shoot.
Wow. Ooh. Oh, they have a piano. Wait, is this like token gated? Is this space token gated or
No, it's not token gated because we got in here.
I want to play this piano. I don't know if they're gonna wait. Like play it and then play some beautiful music.
That would be cool. I know.
Oh,
I have a piano on one of my spaces, and I was trying to get one of my avatars to rig so that it would sit there and look like it was playing like all the time.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wait, I like the design that they have this animation, this elevator that goes up and down.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty quick. You gotta be quick when you get on and off of it. But it's really cool. Like, you jump off on the second floor. Oh, I just made it up here to the,
I like, wait,
I fell. Dang. Okay, there
I
we go.
bungee jumped. Okay. So it has like 3 different layers.
Yeah, it does. I'm on the super top floor. I almost fell for a second.
Me too. I see Dad is here too. Hey Dad, nice to meet you. Never seen you before.
Agreed. Greetings.
Dad, how did you find us?
Facial's Discord. Yeah, you guys are
Ah.
Ooh.
How long have you been like with Special in this Special? Are you like the builder?
2 years, 2.5 years.
Oh, it's a long time. Wow. Are you building spaces?
Yeah, I mean, I co-build with other people. We own a event company called Realm 3 that we do.
Let's see. Ray, and
Yeah, RELM.
Jehan,
Yeah.
Jehan, Dogs Below, Dr. Mikey.
Oh yeah, Dr. Mackey. Dr.
Yeah, I
Mackey.
feel like I know all of you guys.
I love that. You do now because you met me. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we like do like an event together with Jehan and Dogs Below last time. The Special.
Yeah, that went really well. You guys did really well.
Oh, thank you. You guys are doing really well too. I like it. I like it. Maybe like how is your like new company doing? Like how does it work?
Oh, it's good.
But,
We're doing really well. We just had a Twitter space today. Just got out of it. A little late to come here, but yeah, this is a Each one of the spaces you guys have taken me to have been different in their own way. I like this one specifically. The skybox is amazing.
Yeah, and it's crazy. When you said you're from Realm 3, I was like, oh wow, I seen that Twitter space earlier that I wanted to go to, but I was getting ready for this one and kind of, last minute things, but I seen it was like optimizing your spaces for performances, and I'm like, yes, those are the kind of spaces I like, listening to and being a part of, because we can all learn from each other. Like you said, we all have something that we're doing, and doing it in our own ways. And it's funny, like Adelia said, I see these names in this space. I've only been in spatial for like 2 months, and so it's cool to actually be able to actually talk with someone. I feel like I always see you guys, but I never actually get to have a conversation and be like, oh, hi. That's so cool.
Right. Yeah, you don't normally get to meet the people who are doing social media posts because they're so busy posting and so busy doing their IRL and all their business. And yeah, so it's definitely good. I agree to reach out every now and then and see when people have events going on. I was laying on my bed. I was like, I did a lot today. I was like, all right, let's keep doing stuff. So I looked at Spatial Discord. You guys were having your event. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pop in there real quick. Really be productive.
Yeah.
I was a little late though, but the Poe app, for whatever reason, kept giving me this like random error code when I was trying to claim it. That might have been because I was late, but to let you know. I got to the point where I verify and I do the colors and I do all that stuff, and it says it says congratulations, you won or you passed or whatever, right? And then it gives me this like code, random like red code, and it says what did it say? I screenshotted it. Just for your own knowledge. You guys know what's going on. Let me see here. Yeah, it says QR claim expired. The claim code for this Poe app has been used.
Oh, because someone else already scanned it. We have to
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, because sometimes when your name is lower than other people, then I don't know why they're asking
sure.
us to do this. I should do that. I should change it to
Yeah, I was clicking for a good minute. There was like at least 5, 10 of them. I was like, oh, okay.
Man, I'm gonna change it. I didn't even know why they're asking so many questions. Yeah, I see.
They're competing with robots.
Like,
the robots are getting too smart.
Right, trying to get the Poe apps, all those robots.
I know, the Poe app farmers.
It's so funny.
Makes it
Poe
too
app
hard.
farmers, right? I was going to say.
I didn't know it was a real thing. I was like, wait, what do people do with all of these Poe apps? Like, why?
Right, what are you going to do? Right, yeah, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know, but it's a thing.
This giant rock up here. Oh, you can get up there.
Yeah, you take the other elevator
Wait,
up
what?
there.
Like rock climbing?
Yeah, kinda, I think. I'm going up there.
Wait, how did you? Wait, what?
This thing is...
That's weird.
Yo, there's a pool up here. Let's
Yo,
go.
really? Wait, how do I go there?
Yeah, there's a pool.
I need to go. Quick. Please.
Oh man, whoever designed this, my hat's off to you. This is some good stuff here.
Agreed.
But, oh, I'm like floating. I'm literally like just floating above sea level.
Oh, I see. Oh, no. Oh my god, this elevator is
It's so quick. It's
fast.
so quick.
I'm like, I bungee jumped.
Adelia, I seen you fall just now, and that looked crazy. Your legs were like flailing. Oh.
Your avatar moves so fast that like there's motion blur about how fast you're moving. Like you're looking
Dude.
so fast.
I can't. Wait, someone give me a film. This must be so funny. Okay, I found
There you
it.
go. Gosh, I'll
Wait,
clip
why
it.
do you
I'll
stand
clip it
on top of
my
it?
angle.
Oh, this is stupid.
It just seemed like a good view. It is a cool view. Yeah.
Adelia,
Oh, yeah.
I'm still streaming, and I'm gonna go back and clip that blooper and just like make that gif.
Well, you can see, yeah, I got my angle too. I got my angle. That is awesome. I'll send it to you so you can see both angles. It's funny too. Like, just get up here barely, and then she just start falling.
Right.
I'm gonna make it a TikTok video. This is gonna be so fucking hilarious.
I was standing here, and you just kept falling, kept going up, kept falling.
Yeah, you have a tennis and what is that? A basketball court or is it a bocce? No, that's a soccer. Football.
Wait, Jason, we should have more like this type of skybox. Our skybox are really like metaverse-y.
Yeah, I think there's different
Like a
vibes
real
for different
space.
things, you know?
Yeah, I agree with
That's-
that too.
Because I was also looking
And
at your
also, like,
skybox.
I like the...
Your skybox gave like lava. Like I felt like I was like, you know, in this like fiery,
Aw.
metally like scene. So, you know, but first maybe some of your other, you know, because you have like 5,000 of them, different colors, variations. Maybe there'll be another that's kind of like, because even this one, how it's kind of like a brownish hue and like muted, just like the brown building, and it's just like brings it all together.
Yeah, that's true. The skybox are basically depends on each other, right? Like, depending on what do you like, and it's how do you create a skybox? You just need to like upload the photo. That's it.
It has to be a
Well, I'm
panoramic
actually taking
photo.
Skyboxes. Yeah, you got to use a gimbal that'll take the photos for you automatically, and then position itself in the right place to take it. And then most of these skyboxes that you'll see were taken with drones. So it's a little bit higher, but it's how they get so high in the air. So they'll just fly the drone up to a specific spot in the air, and then tell it to take a panoramic photo. And it'll take small photos, and then move incrementally and take another photo, and then do that until they get a 360 photo.
So
I'm about to start doing it. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
finally,
yay.
where are you?
Oh my god, I think I got found out. So my browser quit unexpectedly, and then I had to sort of, switch to my mobile. So I'm joining right now.
Oh, I see. We just
no way.
finished your rock climbing. You
Rock
missed
climbing.
It's my turn. I thought I was gonna make it. I wasn't quick enough. All right, let's do it. Oh. Okay, I landed on the tree at least.
So, Deb, I have a question. So for your the round club, like, how are you guys functioning right now? Like, are you taking a lot of like events? You're charging for events?
Well, as of right now, we're setting up everything. So we'll take events. We do set up events, but right now we're still in the development phase. So we're getting our website finished. We're getting our Discord set up. We're getting all of our community situated so that we can give back to the community. We're focused right now on our Box event that we have coming up. We're making a space for the community, 4 stations. Box is a company that does metaverse event companies, or metaverse event spaces, and curates different events for different brands in the metaverse and in spatial specifically. Box, I'll send you a link to their stuff, but they are working with us, and we're teaming up, and we're going to make a space for Spations, by Spations, because we're all Spations, and it's going to be for events and for gatherings, and kind of like Spatial Park, but made by us instead of by Spatial. So made by the community, for the community to develop as a group, to develop together, to share, and to meet everybody in more of an international platform, similar to the Spatial Park vibes, but a little bit more inclusive.
Yeah, very interesting because we're like just starting like doing those kind of services. You know, like we take on like some customize the space for like different companies. But I would feel like, you know, like for a lot of like startups, I would always ask them when they come to us like, hey, like what's the price for like a fully customized? I would say, you know, like if you're a startup, just go buy an NFT. Like that's the cheapest option. That's all like one of one. It's all different, identical.
Right.
You can do anything. You know, like you add on some like different interiors and it looks entirely different than all the other spaces. Like point one is you can never find any company like a whole build out for you with that price.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we have a menu that we're working on, an a la carte menu, as well as the package deals, and we're also working on an NFT membership system. We want to make it kind of seamless. We don't want people to know, essentially, that they're getting an NFT off rip. I want it to be more of like, and you get this NFT, So it doesn't necessarily focus solely on the NFTs, because some people are a little harder to onboard than others to this space, you know. So if you just make it like something they would already pay for, like maybe a ticket to an event or a shirt or you know, whatever it is, and then you get
Yeah.
and like kind of like the POAPs, where you come to the event, you come into the space, now you scan this QR code, now you have an NFT, but you don't know you have an NFT. You were just collecting your proof of attendance.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that kind of seamless interaction that we're looking to get with our memberships as well.
That's a,
Bunch of things going on. It's a lot.
That's really cool. That's exactly how we're set up too with that, where you can get basically a ticket for your space, and like we have monthly events, and so you pay monthly, and then you get a NFT that unlocks the space. So like you said, it's kind of like not blatantly in your face, so it's just like, hey,
cool.
You want to come to this event, then, you know, subscribe, and then you'll get an NFT for your space, and then, you know, all different kind of, like you said, add-ons from there.
Wait, you guys do like monthly subscriptions?
Yeah, we do.
Oh wow, I love that.
Yeah, because you know that's how we rent them as well. Like you can,
We gotta steal that model.
right? You could come to the event. You could rent the space. You could have me, you know, host the space. You know, you kind of get to pick what works for you.
By the way, I finally found this
well.
book using
I love that. It's great. Well, I saw you come up here very gingerly with your camera. You kind of like floated up, and then all of a sudden you turned into yourself, and you were jumping around. I was like, what's up?
It was better than me. I was like trying to take that hella fast elevator.
So fast.
Yeah,
That's fun.
those are one of the things that, you know, that we're going to be fixing with an update, because, you know, once something is live and people are testing it out, you sort of get to know, you know, what are things that areas that you need to improve on, right? So elevators, the speed of the elevator is something that we're looking to fix. There have been a few bugs that we have been able to fix. So yeah.
Don't fix it. I would say don't
That's
fix
awesome.
it. And then if I were you, I'm gonna make like a camera here and then just film me everybody fly up and down, and make them a video and sell them the NFT.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically testing the limits for spatial to handle how fast the character can move. So you're actually doing the community service to find out, hey, we need to know.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that.
And everybody just want to come to your space just for that video, you know. They just want to add the video.
The speed
Such a
elevator.
great idea.
You know, I saw I saw there was a rocket down there. I thought that was the way for it to be